सारे ग सारे ध नि ध नि ध नि नि ध प ध म प ग म रे ग ध रे नि नि ध रे ग म प ध प म प ग म ध नि ध रे ग नि ध रे नि ध रे ध नि ध नि ध प ध नि म प ध प। सुंदर पावन नाम तुम्हारा, गणपति फूले में है स्थान तुम्हारा, गणपति फूले में है स्थान तुम्हारा। लाल वहाँ की मिट्टी, ओ लाल वहाँ की मिट्टी जैसे अबीर, हर वर्ष आएंगे हम सागर के तीर, हर वर्ष आएंगे हम सागर के तीर। गणपति बप्पा हर लो, गणपति बप्पा हर लो सहजी की पीर, हर वर्ष आएंगे हम सागर के तीर, हर वर्ष आएंगे हम सागर के तीर। निर्मलानंदन हर लो, निर्मलानंदन हर लो सहजी की पीर, हर वर्ष आएंगे हम सागर के तीर, हर वर्ष आएंगे हम सागर के तीर, हर वर्ष आएंगे हम सागर के तीर।
Jesh Mataji, dear brothers and sisters, let's start this new day of meditation by a collective namaskar to the Devi under her form as the Lord Ganesh. Namaskar Kundalini.
जय गणपति जी महाराज महाराज तेरी जग में ज्योत सवाई है जय गणपति जी महाराज महाराज तेरी जग में ज्योत सवाई है जय गणपति जी महाराज महाराज तेरी जग में ज्योत सवाई है जय गणपति जी महाराज महाराज तेरी जग में ज्योत सवाई तेरी जग में ज्योत सवाई गौरा मात पिता माँ
The reason is, I found this place had vibrations which will clear you out very easily, first of all. But you have to desire it, really, ardently. You should have that desire, otherwise the Kundalini may not rise. That is very important point, that you have to desire your ascent, nothing else. It's not a place you have come for holiday, or just for some sort of a relaxation, or for some enjoyment, or sleeping, or anything. But you have come here for a penance, for a tapasya, to clear out yourself completely. This is a place of Sri Ganesha's temple, which is not very much frequented by people, and is still very, very pure. And I thought the Ganesh principle will be awakened in you, which is the source of everything. Sri Ganesha's principle, as you know, in a very large way or expansive way, we call it the innocence. But we do not know the intricacies and the details to which it can go and work it out. Sri Ganesha's innocence has a tremendous power to purify people, to make you holy, to make you auspicious. A person who has got Sri Ganesha's principle awakened is auspicious in his presence. Such a person, whenever he moves, things move in a direction that the coefficients works out. It becomes absolutely auspicious. Auspiciousness, which cannot be achieved without Sri Ganesha's help. Now this auspiciousness, now we Sahajogis believe into, that there is something like auspiciousness, by which everything works out smoothly, everything we feel is done by God's power, that we are all the time wanted by, loved by surroundings and the atmosphere. But this understanding can only come if you have that pure desire within you that you have to ascend. You have come here to ascend, not to enjoy yourself or a place of resort or something like that. This principle is very much awakened, as you see, in the local people here. And how Spartan they are, how hardworking. They've been awake for days together and nights together, but still they are very, very relaxed and they do not need any help. Just in that enthusiasm they are working. So the second blessing of Ganesha is that he's playful. He's prasanna. He's always a pleasing personality. He dances, he pleases you, he has ways and methods of pleasing you. And in the same way, a person who has that awakened Ganesha within him is all the time a very pleasing personality. Not a drowned out faces, not a face that repels you, the face that makes you feel unhappy, but is a personality that makes you very easy, very understandable, likable, that sort of a personality you develop. But so far as the life has been abroad, I have seen that the situation has been very different. And the aggressiveness and the quarrelsomeness, we can say, the hurting capacity is so overdeveloped that you have to somehow or other succumb completely to the auspiciousness of Sri Ganesha. Because all the instruments that were to be used for spreading Sahaja Yoga or for spreading the love of God, for spreading auspiciousness of God, working out His designs and plans and adjusting yourself to the laws of God's desires, it was very important that we should have had our instruments done in such a way that they were absolutely useful. On the contrary, we have misused them, spoiled them, and have completely made them unholy. So that's another point. We have to look at ourselves here. What have we been doing to ourselves? What is the need for us to make ourselves unholy? And why should we be unholy? When Sri Ganesha is there, we can make ourselves very holy, auspicious. Now, no use believing that we are perfect. Those who believe like that cannot ascend. Everybody must know there are lots of imperfections, and these imperfections in me that should be conquered with and to be found out. Only in the light of Sri Ganesha's innocence you can see. A little child can show you how we are stupid and foolish and how we behave. So many times you must have seen children come out of with such utterances that the elders are put to shame. So the childlike temperament can be developed if we awaken Sri Ganesha's principle within ourselves, which is a very, very powerful, very, very powerful deity, very powerful deity. Because a child, supposing one child is lost, say a child runs away, or if a child is hanging somewhere on a tree, the whole community will rush to take out the child. The concern will be there. Even in the Western countries, I have seen if one little girl is tortured, everybody is worried about the child. Everybody opposes that. Maybe there are some horrible people, no doubt. Maybe there are more than there are here. But one gets concerned. So child itself is a very sort of a source of getting all the protection from everywhere. Because the child is growing. The child is growing. Everybody wants to help the child. So in the same way, when this Ganesha principle is developed into you, you realize that you have to grow. You are still growing. A little child learns so many words in such a short time that we cannot learn afterwards when we are grown up. Say after 60, if you have to learn even 3 sentences is impossible. So the child is growing, and his curiosity and his capacity to know more things is also very much sharp, and he starts learning more. He doesn't think he knows everything. The ones who think like that are not yet born properly. I don't know anything. I have to know this. I have to know that. I have to know that. I don't know anything so far. And the children do it so easily. You must have seen. Little bit you do this way or that way. They immediately follow it. So what you have to do is to know that you are still in a child stage. You are growing. We have to humble down, and we have to know a lot. And from wherever we have to know, we have to know. The arrogance, the idea that we know a lot itself is very, very dangerous for the growth. Very dangerous. And that is what one has to give up, and should know that we do not know anything. But we have to know. Many people who come to Sahaja Yoga settle down as we are Sahaja Yogis, but don't know a word about Sahaja Yoga. So many of them, especially the ladies, I'm surprised. They know very little about Sahaja Yoga. It's rather surprising. Now in Sahaja Yoga, there's nothing like women and men. Everybody has equal rights. It's not the job of women just to sing songs. No, it's not. They have to know each and everything about Sahaja Yoga. They have to know what are the diseases, how they are cured, what are the mental problems, how are these chakras are made. Everything they have to know, the medicine, they have to know the psychology, they have to know the divine powers. Everything they have to know how it works out. And that ignorance will never be forgiven, because you are the ones who have to talk about it to others. The third thing is, a child is never a silly person, never silly. He never does something in a silly way. While you see many people who are brought up in a very strict way become suddenly very silly at an old age. Very silly, this phenomena I see much more in the West. Suddenly they become trying to be very youngish type, and just they'll clap like this and start behaving in a very funny manner. I used to wonder what's wrong with them. Why are they behaving like this, you see? But it is, I think, they're bottled up. And then suddenly they try to behave, but they are not. A child is never a silly person. On the contrary, if there's somebody silly, they said, he's a clown. They come and tell me, he's a clown, He's not all right. Or he's a buffoon. Whatever words they know, they'll express. They don't like. They start wondering, what's the matter with this person? So all these things come to us because we have no idea that we have to grow in a steady understanding, awareness. Not in how you express yourself in Sahaja Yoga, how you do things in Sahaja Yoga. It is how you are aware of it inside. In the same way, emotionally, when I see something, I don't think people understand what I mean. Now I said that you put on bindis. Again, I find you are just the same. At least here you should. This is Ganesha's mark. They would not put it. So many times I've said, how much the time does it take to put it on? Now, this is a very common things that are going on. Now, another thing is that, you see, a child doesn't want to be disabled at all. Today one child had gone for a bath and he was coming back. His father wanted him to see me. He said, no, my clothes are not all right. My hair are all disabled. How can I see mother? So he went back, he put some oil on his hair, properly dressed up smartly. When we were young, we always knew all the Western people were very smartly dressed, properly groomed. They would never come with disabled hairs. But he said, no, my hair are disabled. How can I go and see mother? So we have to give up these funny ideas of fashions and all that, because this will all go away. You lose your hair, you'll all become bald-headed to look very funny. There's no wisdom in it. But a child has a wisdom, he wouldn't come. He dressed up himself properly, then he came and stood before me. And this is what we have to understand, that our appearances are the expression of our inner being. We have to do certain things because we do not know how to accept things, how to do things like a child does. A child, if you tell him anything, he obeys and he listens. Otherwise, the child is not a normal child. In India, if there's a child who doesn't obey, they just thrash him nicely, put him in the room for 3 days, make him starve, put him right. Nothing doing. That doesn't mean that people are harsh here with children. Nobody kills children or anything. But you have to be very, very careful with your children. You shouldn't allow them to be lousy, to be untidy, to be languid, like lotus eaters, you see, or like people who have no smartness about them. We are all such yogis, and you have to be like that, in that way. A child's another attribute is that he hits always the principle of everything. Always the principle. A child sees to the principle of everything. And the questions they ask sometimes is so remarkably collective that I'm surprised how they go to that point. They never waste time in frivolous things. Never. Never waste time in frivolous things, talking of frivolous things, nothing of the kind. I haven't seen children talking about their clothes or about the seats they have got or the houses, nothing of the kind. They are busy doing some construction, very busy, you see. You ask them what are doing. See, we are trying to tie up the whole of the airport or the whole of Bombay. Like that they will tell you. They are very busy people. If you see realized souls who are children, they are always worried about the collective. And that's what should be your situation, that you should be all the time worried about the collective as a child is. That how I will help the collective. But not worried about yourself. What is my personality? Am I that impressive? If I go to people, will they believe that I'm something, a realized soul? Or I'm like other women or other men who are going to the hairdressers and having all kinds of hairdressing up and wearing all kinds of funny dresses to impress others? Am I looking like a saint? Am I behaving like a saint? These things should come to you very easily. If you tell a child you are a Sahaja, they say so. I am a Sahaja. I can't do that. All the nonsense starts after they develop their ego. And then they start behaving in a funny way. And it develops much more in the West earlier. But here it takes time. And the children are just accepting whatever God gives them. To them, alertness is so natural. If there's an aeroplane is going, they'll say, bye-bye aeroplane. Then there are ships are going, bye-bye. To the sea, they'll say, all right, sea will come and see you tomorrow, you see. Everything is within their mind. To them, everything is there. They'll come, you ask them, how did you like it? Oh, we like the grass very much. It was nice and everything they will tell you, the details about everything. So alert. And then they'll say, oh, why didn't you do this? You could have put some flowers here. You could have done some flowers. Would have looked nice for the hut or something, a suggestion they will give. Very particular on cleanliness, anything. And in childhood, children get up very early. All the children in childhood get up very early. It's a nuisance for mothers, but they get up very early. And that's how I also get up very early. To getting up early is a childlike behavior. Because the birds are singing, the sun is rising, such beauty in the sky. And why am I sleeping? They'll wake up the whole house. But people don't like it. You see, sometimes they beat. Not in India. In India, people try to get up early in the morning. It's regarded something very... In the same way, we have to be. Another thing, a child doesn't have any fear. Child doesn't have any fear. Ganesha has no fear at all. In the same way, you should have no fear at all, no fear. As long as your mother is with you, why should you have any fear? Fear of this, fear of that, I'm frightened, I can't do this, I can't do that. That children never do. They'll try everything if you tell them. You should have no fear. I don't know what fear is. In the same way, you should have no fear. No fear of anything. Nothing is going to go wrong with you. But don't do wrong things. If you do wrong things, it will repel. It will work out on you. But don't do wrong things. Be straightforward. And nothing can harm you. Nothing can harm you. You have had so many experiences of this, how everywhere laid down for you, everybody is looking after you. There are so many deities who are working out things for you. But you have to be extremely careful that you do not develop this fear business. Because fear takes you to the left side, and once you go to the left side, you know the problems of the left side is first of all you go against Ganesha. Ganesha is standing at the base of the left. And then you develop cancers, you develop all these things, fear, and emotional problems, and all these things come. In emotions, you should be bubbling with joy. Joy is your emotion. In action, you should be thoughtless. And in assent, you should be surrendered. That's all. It's very simple. Three mantras are very simple for children. They are like that. Today, at the base of the Sri Ganesha's hill, we have to think of awakening the Ganesh Tattva within us. For that, we have to meditate. We have to think about it. We have to put our time to it. Actually, if I were you, I may not sleep at all. I will go to the seashore, sit down there, meditate the whole time. Before breaking the Sahasrara, I kept awake for 2 nights. And I was just all alone near the sea, all alone the whole night, working it out for 2 nights. But what do? We think about our comforts, we think about this, about that. It's not so. You are here, such a chance. We get tired because we think too much. We know how to get out of this tiredness and this and that. So this is a very good chance for you. We have come here, of course, it's a beautiful place and all that. But it's mainly the thing why I thought of bringing you here, that it may suddenly give you a big boost up. And you might rise very high, for which I may not be able to really arrange otherwise. This kind of a ascent which is possible. Many of the Indians have not even seen this place before. It's such a beautiful place, and they are surprised that in India we have such beautiful places. And after coming here, they have felt the beauty, the auspiciousness, the wisdom of choosing this place. It's so lovable, so beautiful. But I hope I see the effects of that in you. Now, you have to go and have your food. We have a very generous man who is cooking for you. Be careful. You shouldn't spoil your health, especially for those who have to go with us ahead. So be careful. They are very generous people, my brother and the gentleman who is cooking for you. Both are competing in generosity. So you be careful. Now, only the Saj Yogis from abroad and the non-vegetarians have to go first. And then the vegetarians will go. And after that, we'll have some music program. That's what.
Saksha Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Let's collectively, at the very start of this meditation, realize how blessed we are to have such a powerful mother, and also such a powerful deity, as is our mother and also as is the Lord Ganesh. We need to realize it because we are sometimes not conscious enough of the greatness of Devi, of our mother, and the greatness of the Lord Ganesh, with all his qualities that need really to be put into action in our lives. We really need to integrate and absorb the Lord Ganesh completely in his complete cosmic global form so that his coefficient can act through us. And we need also to be able to see the manifestation on our daily life of Ganesh coefficient around us. Pure light, pure vibrations, the auspiciousness, the peace, wherever we go, how people react, how things settle down, how peace and love is spread out from the coefficient aura of Ganesh within us. We need to see how holiness shine through us naturally, eternally, like a divine wave. Let's start this meditation with the pure desire from our heart, collectively, that we truly integrate, absorb, and manifest the complete presence of the Lord Ganesh and his coefficient which is the perfection and which is the auspiciousness, so that this coefficient can also, through the absorption of the Lord Ganesh, be completely manifested through us. Let's put both hands on the floor. Head is already in the sky, in the complete vina, in the complete union with the collective attention of the divine. Both hands are on the floor. We are one collectively. Let's realize also that we are from all the countries of the world in different places. But when we are together, we are truly one. This one big self, this one big Virat body and consciousness. And we are truly experiencing what being divine means at the very subtle level. Let's put both hands on the floor with full consciousness on the connection that we have with Mother Earth. Through our hands, through our Muladhara on the floor, our feet, every contact with Mother Earth is a point of connection and consciousness. Four times Sri Ganesh mantra with the pure desire to awaken completely the Lord Ganesh in Mother Earth collectively, but also in us. We need really, really to manifest and awaken the Lord Ganesh power and coefficient. This is the main focus of today. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Ganesha Sakshat Shri Adishakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Ganesha Sakshat Shri Adishakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Ganesha Sakshat Shri Adishakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Ganesha Sakshat Shri Adishakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha Shri Adi Bhumi Devi Mantra. Similarly, we open our awareness to awaken truly the deity of Mother Earth and to feel her through our contact points with Mother Earth and to surrender to her as well. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Adi Bhumi Devi Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Complete collective surrender to Shri Ganesh in Mother Earth and also to Mother Earth. All the three channels, all the seven chakras, negativities and baddhas, everything that is heat within us, stress, sickness, restlessness, every negativity that is preventing us to ascend higher, to go deeper, to go wider, to become really the spirit is absorbed in Mother Earth here and now. Let's have the children's state of alertness and surrender. left hand on the lap, complete focus on Muladhara. And on the aura, on the vibration on Muladhara, of Muladhara. True awareness of the 4 petals opened, shining with the glory of God and the complete presence of the Lord Ganesh, who is completely established in our Muladhara. Ganesh Atharva Shirsha. Let's say one time Shri Nirmal Ganesh, and then Ganesh Atharva Shirsha. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Nirmal Ganesh Sakshat Shri Adishakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Let's say Ganesha Tarva Shirsha as if it was the first time that we were saying it. We need to say every word with attention and consciousness. And let every word, meaning, vibration, resonate in our Muladhara. We need also to be conscious that our Muladhara is the collective Muladhara when we are together. So the complete form of the Lord Ganesh is awakened and resonate, and his complete presence shines through our Muladhara. We need to feel and put the attention in order to feel the Lord Ganesh in our Muladhara collectively. Ganesha Tarva Shirsha.
ॐ नमस्ते गणपतये त्वमेव प्रत्यक्षं तत्त्वमसि त्वमेव केवलं कर्तासि त्वमेव केवलं धर्तासि त्वमेव केवलं हर्तासि त्वमेव सर्वं खल्विदं ब्रह्मासि त्वं साक्षादात्मासि नित्यं ऋतं वच्मि सत्यं वच्मि अवत्वं माम् अववक्तारम् अवश्रोतारम् अवदातारम् अवधातारम् अवानुचानमवशिष्यम् अवपश्चात्तात् अवपुरस्तात् अवोत्तरात्तात् अवदक्षिणात्तात् अवचोर्ध्वात्तात् अवाधरात्तात् सर्वतो मां पाहि पाहि समन्तात् त्वं वाङ्मयस्त्वं चिन्मयः त्वमानन्दमयस्त्वं ब्रह्ममयः त्वं सच्चिदानन्दाद्वितीयोऽसि त्वं प्रत्यक्षं ब्रह्मासि त्वं ज्ञानमयो विज्ञानमयोऽसि सर्वं जगदिदं त्वत्तो जायते सर्वं जगदिदं त्वत्तस्तिष्ठति सर्वं जगदिदं त्वयि लयमिष्यति सर्वं जगदिदं त्वयि प्रत्येति त्वं भूमिरापो नलो नीलो नभः त्वं चत्वारि वाक्पदानि त्वं गुणत्रयातीतः त्वं देहत्रयातीतः त्वं कालत्रयातीतः त्वं मूलाधारस्थितोऽसि नित्यं त्वं शक्तित्रयात्मकः त्वां योगिनो ध्यायन्ति नित्यं। त्वं ब्रह्मा त्वं विष्णुस्त्वं रुद्रस्त्वम् इन्द्रस्त्वम् अग्निस्त्वं वायुस्त्वं सूर्यस्त्वं चन्द्रमास्त्वं ब्रह्मभूर्भुवस्वरों गणादिं पूर्वमुच्चार्य वर्णादिं तदनन्तरम् अनुस्वारः परतरः अर्धेन्दुलसितं तारेण ऋद्धम् एतत्तव मनुस्वरूपं गकारः पूर्वरूपम् अकारो मध्यमरूपम् अनुस्वारश्चान्त्यरूपं बिन्दुरुत्तररूपं नादः सन्धानं संहिता सन्धिः सैषा गणेशविद्या गणकऋषिः निच्छृद्गायत्री छन्दः गणपतिर्देवता। ॐ गं गणपतये नमः। एकदन्ताय विद्महे वक्रतुण्डाय धीमहि तन्नो दन्ती प्रचोदयात्। एकदन्तं चतुर्हस्तं पाशमङ्कुशधारिणं रदञ्च वरदं हस्तैर्बिभ्राणं मूषकध्वजं रक्तं लम्बोदरं शूर्पकर्णकं रक्तवाससं रक्तगन्धानुलिप्ताङ्गं रक्तपुष्पैः सुपूजितं भक्तानुकम्पिनं देवं जगत्कारणमच्युतम् आविर्भूतं च सृष्ट्यादौ प्रकृते पुरुषात् परम् एवं ध्यायति यो नित्यं स योगी योगिनां वरः। नमो व्रातपतये नमो गणपतये नमः प्रमथपतये नमस्तेऽस्तु लम्बोदरायैकदन्ताय विघ्ननाशिने शिवसुताय श्रीवरदमूर्तये नमो नमः। साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः।
Now, both hands on the lap. Where is our attention? Attention is in Sahasrara, in the collective Sahasrara, and also completely in the Muladhara. We need to put the special effort to really conscious, with full consciousness, focus on the Muladhara, not from the right side, but from the desire, pure, strong, powerful desire, that our Muladhara becomes strong, that the coefficient of the Lord Ganesh create a powerful aura, which is like 1 million of suns shining from our Muladhara around us, bringing peace, auspiciousness, love, pure love. Wherever we go, we should be that channel of pure love, pure light, a channel that purifies, that soothes down, that brings peace, harmony, and also that channel that destroys everything that is adharma, everything that is evil around us, naturally, spontaneously, without us doing anything, but just by letting the Lord Ganesh powers manifest. We need to answer those questions in our heart. Are we joyful? Are we truly joyful like a child in our daily lives? Do we have that inner, natural, spontaneous outburst of joy, which is so common with the children during the day? Are we smiling? Are we nice people? This is from the heart side. We need to express joy. Are we thoughtless? Are we truly thoughtless? Are we truly in thoughtless awareness state, in that state of alertness, which is so deep and natural? Are we truly established in that state? We need to express the pure desire to be established in that state of thoughtless awareness, solidly, without coming in and coming out of it, just being in there and staying in there all the time. First is the joy, second is the thoughtlessness state, full establishment in that state. We need to therefore open to the nirvikalpa state and really be in that nirvikalpa state where we are with all the deities, where we are with all the powers of our mother manifesting naturally. It is from that state that the divine can act. and that everything becomes so pure and divine in our life. First is joy, second is thoughtlessness state, true thoughtlessness state, and the third is the state of surrender. Are we truly surrender from the heart with full bhakti, full faith, full devotion? Surrender as we cannot surrender more. We need to surrender each of our being, every single cell, every single element of our soul, of our spirit, of our being. We are totally, totally surrendered to our mother, to our divine feet, to the Lord Ganesh, completely, without any reservation. And if you were to die in that very moment, we should be in the joy because we are just one with the Lord Ganesh. There should be no fear, nothing, because we know that we are one with the divine, and the divine is eternal, and the divine is peace, and there is no fear, and there's no worries. We should be in that state where we are so surrendered that nothing bothers us, nothing at all. Let's truly experience these three states together. Joy in our heart, full joy in our heart, full open heart with pure love in our heart. A heart that is so big that the whole creation is in our heart. The whole creation, meaning millions and millions of universes, trillions of suns, trillions of planets, all the deities, everything in our heart through the unique presence of the Lord Shiva and his consort Parvati. Shining heart, glowing heart, but a heart of a lion, not a chicken heart, a heart that is strong and courageous, that is powerful. First state is that joy in the heart. Second state is thoughtless state, very surrendered in Nirvikalpa, very established in Nirvikalpa, pure thoughtless state. And the third is how surrender we are, how deeply, deeply surrender we are. Let's go into meditation and really empower our being by letting the Lord Ganesh coefficient and presence shine. That shines so powerful that everything around us is enlightened. We become pure light, pure golden light, pure white light, like a million of sun shining through us, enlightening the room where we are, the country where we are, the whole planet, the whole cosmos, the whole universe, the whole universes, the whole creation, and beyond.
एकदन्तं महाकायं तप्तकाञ्चनसन्निभं लम्बोदरं विशालाक्षं वन्देऽहं गणनायकम् मौञ्जी कृष्णाजिनधरं नागयज्ञोपवीतिनं बालेन्दुसुकलामौलिं वन्देऽहं गणनायकम् अम्बिकारदयानन्दं मातृभिः परिवेष्टितं भक्तिप्रियं मदोन्मत्तं वन्देऽहं गणनायकम् चित्ररत्नविचित्राङ्गं चित्रमालाविभूषितं चित्ररूपधरं देवं वन्देऽहं गणनायकम् गजवक्त्रं सुरश्रेष्ठं कर्णचामरभूषितं पाशाङ्कुशधरं देवं वन्देऽहं गणनायकम् मूषकोत्तममारुह्य देवासुरमहाहवे योद्धुकामं महावीर्यं वन्देऽहं गणनायकम् यक्षकिन्नरगन्धर्वसिद्धविद्याधरैः सदा स्तूयमानं महाबाहुं वन्देऽहं गणनायकम् सर्वविघ्नहरं देवं सर्वविघ्नविवर्जितं सर्वसिद्धिप्रदातारं वन्देऽहं गणनायकम्
higher and wider attention, deeper, deeper surrender, higher and wider attention, deeper surrender. Now let's check ourselves collectively. Do we feel the complete presence of the Lord Ganesh in our being, like 1 million of suns shining within ourselves? We are full of His complete presence. Do we feel our Muladhara completely open and radiating? Do we feel that we have this glorious sun of light shining from within us? We just have to surrender to that sun of light. And we need also to check whether the aura of the light coming from within ourselves enlightens everything around us, in our homes, in our cities, in our countries, in the whole world, in the whole universe, in the whole creation. We need to go to that extent of being really, truly at the Virat level and beyond, and just enlighten, let the Lord Ganesh do the work. We don't have to do anything. We just surrender and we let him, his light, his vibration go through. Let also witness the peace in our consciousness, love in our heart for the whole humanity, for the whole creation, and above all, complete love and gratitude to our beloved Mother, Shri Mataji Nirmala Devi, to our beloved Father, Shri Sadashiva, and to the Lord Ganesh, our elder brother, Shri Ganesh, Sakshat Shri Jesus. Let's now check that this vibration of the coefficient aura of the Lord Ganesh spreading from within ourselves is touching all the yogis of the world, filling them with love, with all the qualities of the Lord Ganesh, filling our Sangha with purity, chastity, protection, all the powers of the Lord Ganesh, for every single yogis of the world, all the blessings of the Lord Ganesh, to all the yogis and their families. Nothing can happen to any yogi of the world when we have really truly surrendered. May the Lord Ganesh through us hear all the prayers of all the yogis, all their requests for prayers, for abundance, for help, all the yogis that are in a distressed state. May they find peace. May they feel our love. May they feel the complete protection and blessings of the Lord Ganesh, who is always by our side, always within us, always eager to act. We need also to check in our daily lives whether we see those power manifesting, because the goal of our global meditation is really to push us further into seeing the divine manifesting through us on our daily lives, seeing higher, deeper, subtler level of expression and miracles and actions and events that show us on a daily basis that when we are together, we are truly powerful, we are truly divine, we are truly the vision of our mother, true queens, true kings, that she has crowned herself in the same way as she has crowned the Lord Ganesh with all the powers and all the blessings that a mother can give to her children. Let's absorb all the vibration that we can in our being for 2-3 minutes and we will finish the meditation. But let's, above all, continue to truly let the Lord Ganesh shine his coefficient, who is the perfect coefficient of auspiciousness, of purity, of innocence. We need also to take to to use that opportunity to surrender all the global problems to the Lord Ganesh. All the global problems, because we are at the global level, we are at the Virat level. Just surrender every single problem of the world, every single problem of humanity, every single problem of any human being, of any truth seeker that prevent that seeker to find Vishvanirmala Dharma, to find a yogi to help connect with the global Sangha. Let's put the whole humanity and the whole planet at the feet of the Lord Ganesh, within ourselves collectively. Collective Namaskar, Kundalini.
आर भरे